In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to rotate a gradient in Inkscape quickly and precisely. If you've ever added a gradient to an object and realized the colors are going in the wrong direction, the good news is that fixing it is incredibly easy once you know where the gradient controls are. Rotating gradients lets you control the flow of color across shapes, text, icons, and illustrations, and it's one of those small skills that can dramatically improve your designs. I'll walk you through the exact steps, explain how the gradient handles work, and show you how to rotate the gradient direction smoothly inside Inkscape. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more simple Inkscape tips and design tutorials just like this. Alright, let's jump right into it. First, open your project in Inkscape and select the object that already has a gradient applied. This could be a rectangle, circle, text, or any vector shape. If your object doesn't have a gradient yet, you can quickly apply one by selecting the object and then choosing a gradient fill from the Fill and Stroke panel. Once the gradient is visible on your object, the next step is to activate the gradient tool so you can access the gradient controls. On your keyboard, press the letter G. This instantly activates the gradient tool in Inkscape. As soon as you press G, you'll notice that handles appear directly on top of the gradient applied to your object. These gradient handles are what control the direction, length, and position of the gradient. Typically, you'll see a line across your object with two main points at each end. One end usually appears as a square handle, and the other end appears as a circular handle. These handles represent the starting point and ending point of the gradient. The direction of this line determines how the colors transition across the object. So if the gradient is running left to right, but you want it running diagonally or vertically, all you need to do is rotate the direction of this handle line. To rotate the gradient, simply click and drag one of the end handles. You can drag either the square handle or the circular handle depending on which side you want to move. As you drag the handle around the object, you'll see the gradient rotate in real time. The color transition will follow the new direction you set. Essentially, moving these handles around the starting point changes the angle of the gradient. If you drag the handle upward, the gradient will shift vertically. If you drag it diagonally, the gradient will rotate diagonally across the object. This gives you full control over how the gradient flows through your design. Another helpful tip is that you can also move the entire gradient line by dragging the center of the gradient path. This allows you to reposition the gradient without changing its direction. Designers often combine repositioning and rotating together to get the exact look they want. You can experiment by dragging the end handles around the shape and watching how the colors shift and rotate. Because Inkscape updates the gradient instantly, it's very easy to visually fine-tune the direction until it looks perfect. Rotating gradients is especially useful when creating lighting effects, shading, backgrounds, or modern UI elements. Even small adjustments to the gradient angle can make your design look more dynamic and professional. So anytime your gradient doesn't look quite right, just remember that pressing G and adjusting the handles will let you rotate it in seconds. And that's all there is to it. You now know how to rotate a gradient in Inkscape by using the gradient tool and dragging the gradient handles to change the direction. It's a simple technique, but one that gives you a lot more control over your designs. If this video helped you, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more quick Inkscape tutorials, design tips, and step-by-step guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.